In this video, we'll review the Dyson V6 Mattress Handheld Vacuum. We'll take a look at some of the features of the vacuum, and we'll also see how well it works. Now, this is a bagless handheld. Most handhelds are bagless. It's also got Hepa filtration, something you don't often see on a handheld vacuum. It's cordless, and it's also very lightweight at only 3.6 pounds, so it's easy to lift, move, and maneuver. Now, when you buy the V6 Mattress Handheld, besides the vacuum itself here, you also get a number of other things. There's the charger here. You've got a dusting brush, a combination tool, a crevice tool, and the motorized mattress tool. And it's a little heavier, this one, because it's got a motor in it here. And so the motor powers the brush bar. You also get a manual. Now, the manual itself is, I don't know, some people feel it's a bit weak because it's so pictorial. It's rather simplistic. Now, that has its pros and cons. It's quick and easy to understand, but if you need detailed information, it can be a little limiting. The tools themselves, I mean, it would have been nice if there was some kind of bag to put them in, but there isn't such a thing. It doesn't come with it. In addition, a wall mounting unit for the handheld would have been nice. Something you can just screw into a wall and you can put the vacuum in. Right now, it's pretty much just got to be stored on a shelf or something. The vacuum has two filters. There's one here, right in the middle of the cyclone assembly. Comes out real easy. You can rinse this in cold water and let it dry, typically 24 hours or so. And when it's completely dry, you just pop it back in. There's also a Hepa filter on the vacuum, and it sits here in the back. A small turn counterclockwise, and it comes off. This too can be rinsed in cold water. When it's dry, put back on. And to put it back on, you just line up a couple of blue dots on the back here and then turn it just a touch clockwise, and it pops into position. The vacuum not only has the Hepa filter, but it also has something called a sealed system, and this is quite important, especially if you're going to use this for mattresses and the like. What a sealed system does is it ensures that all the air entering into the vacuum doesn't leak out around cracks or seals in the vacuum that aren't well sealed. So it ensures that the air that enters into the vacuum goes through the filters before it's exhausted from the vacuum cleaner, and that way you're sure that the air coming out of the vacuum is clean. Recharging the vacuum is fairly straightforward. With the charger plugged into the wall, you simply take this end and plug it into the back of the vacuum. You'll see a blue light appear here. When that light goes out, the vacuum's fully charged. And that takes a full charge on this thing takes about 3.5 hours. The battery itself provides something called fade-free power, which is good. It generates strong, full suction right up to the point that the battery is drained, and then it stops. Now, this is good because a lot of vacuum cleaners without that kind of battery, the suction, slowly fades while the battery itself is being drained, and that doesn't happen here. One issue, however, is that the battery can't be swapped out. So if the battery's gone, you want to put another one in and keep vacuuming, you can't. Now, the machine has two power modes, standard and maximum, and you can see on the back here there's a max button, and I'll turn that on for you. It lights up with a blue ring. And you can hear the difference in the suction power. So on standard mode, the machine generates about 28 air watts of suction, and on maximum mode you get 100 air watts of suction, so it's substantially more. However, that comes at a price. You get less vacuuming time. So on standard mode with a motorized tool like this one, you're looking at about 17 minutes of vacuuming time. With a non-motorized tool like this, probably in the neighborhood of, I think, 20 minutes. Now, on max mode, both of these, both the motorized and non-motorized, you're looking at about 6 minutes of of actual run time. And this is an issue for some people, but some people it's not. But at 6 minutes, that's where the whole concept of swapping out the battery pack comes from. I mean, a lot of people are saying, okay, after 6 minutes I want to put in a freshly charged battery and then put this battery on charge. Well, you can't do that. We're going to see how the V6 mattress picks up on carpet. We've put on the combo tool on the front, and we're going to run it in standard mode. So that's the low setting for suction. What we have here are some small seeds. We have some larger, heavier green peas. We have some ground up powdered Fruit Loops and a bunch of seeds here, and then the larger Fruit Loops at the end. Now let's see how the vacuum performs. Okay, it seems to have done a pretty good job. Now we did notice when doing these tests, with a lot of Fruit Loops, they would actually clog the throat of the vacuum. They're fairly easy to take out, but you still wouldn't want to be pulling up a lot of large debris. Now we'll see how the vacuum performs on a hard tile surface. Again, it's on low or standard mode. We're going to use the combo tool. And we've removed a lot of the bulky Cheerios. Always a little bean or something that falls out. It seems to do a pretty good job. It pulls up all of the fine powder as well from the creases or crevices. Now we're going to do a noise test. We've got a digital sound level meter here set up 3 feet away from the vacuum. We're going to test the vacuum on standard mode and then again on max mode. Okay, well, on standard mode we got 73.5 decibels, and on max mode we got 80.1 decibels. Now, by comparison, a few weeks ago we tested the noise of the DC65, the Dyson DC65, and that's a full-size upright, and that was 80.6 decibels. So this is not a particularly quiet handheld vacuum, especially on maximum mode. Now we're going to use the V6 mattress on an actual mattress. You can see here the motorized tool. It's got the brush bar in it. It spins. It's also got a pivoting head. So this piece, you can see how you can change the angle when you're vacuuming and still keep this area flush to the surface. So we're going to put this on the vacuum now. We're going to run the vacuum on max mode because that's got 6 minutes, and we figure a mattress will probably take us in the neighborhood of, I don't know, 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. We're going to vacuum for a bit, and we won't show you the whole thing. We'll cut away and then we'll cut back. So we'll just start. Cleaning the mattress only took about maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes. The brush bar in here is quite stiff, and this tool is rather powerful. You can feel it really vibrating the mattress as you run it back and forth. And Dyson have also stated that the V6 is the most powerful cordless handheld on the market today. We seem to have pulled up a lot of a very fine, light gray looking powder. Now, whether that's dust mites and skin cells and all the like, we don't know. All I can say is I'm glad it's not in the mattress anymore. Emptying the dust canister is really very easy. There's a little red slider switch here. You just push it down and the bottom door opens out and the dust and debris fall into the garbage bin. Now sometimes you can get some stuff stuck up in the canister itself, and you may have to put your hand up there and pull this stuff out. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is sometimes. Now, in this case, we've just finished doing the mattress, and a lot of fine dust and things in here. In a case like that, sometimes if you empty it into a garbage bin like this, you get dust and things floating around. In these instances, I think it's better sometimes to open the dust bin inside a garbage bag like this, shake it out and close it up, and then that kind of stops a lot of the dust and stuff from floating around. So what did we like and what didn't we like about the Dyson V6 mattress? Well, we like the fact that it's lightweight. At 3.6 pounds, it's easy to lift, easy to turn and maneuver. That's really good. The fact that it has a Hepa filter and a sealed system is great because you get very clean air coming out of the machine. And the fact that those filters are both washable is good for maintenance. The battery has fade-free power, so you get suction right up to the point where the battery's drained. Also a good feature. On max mode, the machine generates 100 air watts of suction, which is really quite powerful. This unit performs well on both carpet and bare floors, and it does pull dust and debris out of a mattress. It doesn't even look like there's anything there, but it'll pull it up. Well, what didn't we like? Now, it comes with a number of tools and attachments, and there's no bag. It would have been nice if there was a bag to hold these tools and attachments in. Also, there's no wall mounting unit. It would be nice to be able to take this thing and, hook it up on a wall as opposed to just putting it on a shelf somewhere. The other thing is you can't swap out the battery. A lot of people have asked questions about that and would like to be able to put another battery in when this one's dead, but you can't do that. And on max mode, even though it generates a lot of power, you're only looking at about 6 minutes of run time. Now, another thing we showed with the Fruit Loops was the fact that the throat here can get jammed if you're pulling up a lot of debris of that size. On max mode, it's pretty loud. It's a fairly loud machine. Now, you don't always have to run it on max mode, but when you do, you'll notice it. Overall, though, we really like the Dyson V6 mattress. And one thing to consider about this vacuum is that it's advertised as this kind of mattress machine. But what you've really got here is a very solid, well-rounded, handheld vacuum cleaner, a cordless vacuum cleaner that you can use around the house for most anything. It just also happens to have a mattress tool and the Hepa filter and sealed system to make sure when you're cleaning your mattress you're not getting this stuff into the air. It carries a 2-year warranty. You can find it online, generally in the neighborhood of about $250 US. And on our site, we've rated this as one of the higher handheld units that we've had the opportunity to look at. So thanks a lot for watching.